All right, now we leave Kisumu, and the anti-IEBC demonstrations within Nairobi was met with fierce resistance from the police service, who were all out to implement a directive issued by the Acting Interior Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Timothy Otieno now reports on the confrontation that characterized business in the streets here in Kenya's capital.
It would begin with a press conference called by NASA leaders condemning the plan to have President Uhuru Kenyatta sign into law the controversial election amendment bill that has since been forwarded to the head of state for consent.
These election laws are turning Kenya into a banana republic because President Uhuru Kenyatta has ensured that the laws governing elections will be the laws that are favorable to him and not favorable to the people of this country.
Despite a ban of demonstrations within the CBD from the acting Interior Cabinet Secretary, the group promised to defy the orders.
And from here, we are all going to march into town in the normal way we have done.
But that would not be the case. For the better part of the day, the full force of the law was on display on Nairobi's streets. They would arrive in their numbers, determined to ensure the government directive was honored, even though demonstrators would occasionally make their way past the tight security. On occasion, running battles would be witnessed as police and demonstrators engaged in the cat-and-mouse chase, prompting some business owners to close shop, even as others chose to remain open.
The people who have been afraid to come here have been suppliers. They think they'll be chaos, but nothing happens. They've been operating.
Business are down. They are just crying for the president and the opposition leader to just come down and have a negotiation so that we have peace in the country.
Activities at the anniversary towers and particularly the headquarters of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, which is housed in those particular buildings, have been going on smoothly, despite the fact that protesters have been determined to reach this particular area, with police ensuring that that doesn't happen. And as the tension grew, so did the so-called Nairobi business community emerge, determined to safeguard their businesses from the demonstrators who were largely kept at bay by vigilant police. By the end of the day, the demonstrators failed to make their way to the University Way, as they often do during their previous demonstrations. But even though the police stationed outside the IEBC offices had a more peaceful day, other parts of town weren't so lucky, even as NASA promises to revamp their protests next week when they begin daily demonstrations. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.